talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna kind of get ready. Get set up. It's Friday night. Welcome. I'm gonna go over what of the news that I know of thus far. But if you have any questions, you can put them up. Let me adjust things here. Seeming a little dark tonight. I have a different background on my chair. So I hope you're well. There's a ton of things in the news, a lot of which is very precarious. So I want everyone to kind of like tune in to the light and to the love and to the goodness and to all the angels, and because we just have a lot happening, and a lot that's very concerning, to tell you the truth. So I hope you had a good day. It is Friday. It's time for the weekend, and thanks for being here. If anyone else besides Lisa would like to be a moderator, I can do that now. Oh, thanks, Esther. Here we are. We're one big happy family. It's Friday. I just noticed that I didn't put my do not disturb on, so I do need to do that. So just hang tight, talk amongst yourselves, and I will be right back. There's so much news, and there's like a lot going on in my family, and it's just like, I can really see how people get overwhelmed. Oh my goodness. Yes, we all need to be together, okay? You'll moderate? Okay. All right. You are now officially a moderator. So I'll be right back, because I'm just going to put the do not disturb on so that we don't get a call coming in. And hang on. That would be distracting. Say hello to everybody. All right, so the news is overwhelming. I was really floored by all the sort of headlines that are coming out that you know who is planning to declare to be in the race for President of the United States. It's a bit, thank you. It's a bit disconcerting. I mean, it threw me for a loop. Not that I expect him. I don't really see him in the race and running. It's just that there's so much nefarious stuff going on in the world right now, and I don't. He's in the hospital, but he's doing good. He's 88. It's just. Thank you for asking. I didn't get to talk to him tonight. I kept trying to call, but I kept getting the machine. So I guess the nurses are busy. But anyway, he's okay. So when I look at the news, to see the idea that he's going to run again, just the idea of it, and also to feel all the nefarious things that are going on with some other countries right now, we do need prayers. And I do want to invite you to the guided meditation we do every Tuesday, 20 on Tuesdays. Send an email to my personal email, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, and just type 20 in the subject line. That's been very powerful. We can always use more people in the group. So when you get an opportunity, imagine yourself united with other people that are awesome, great souls, because there are a lot of awesome, great souls on the planet. Imagine yourself with those awesome, great people, all joining hands and saying, we can do this all together. Okay? So, well, thanks for that thought. That's, yeah. I know that he's losing his mind. It's just that the the conspiracies and the big lies and all that, there's a whole lot of people running for office or already in office that are really pushing the propaganda. So we're going to take a look. To start off, we're going to take a look at that. Now, it's not lost on me that Ivana Trump just passed away. What's not lost on me is there are no accidents in the universe, and I actually feel like Ivana Trump from the other side is going to help to break Trump. So, yeah. And how about that? How about that? I know, Maureen, there is no bottom. Can you imagine somebody, the mother of your children? No, we can't imagine because we're not made of that. The mother of your children, the children were close to their mother, Ivana. Let's not, be mistaken. They were close to her, and she showed them more love than, that's where any love that those children had any opportunity to receive came from their mother, Ivana. And not too long ago, when the Trump children started to get in trouble, they were being investigated for the Grift Foundation and all the various, especially financial crimes they'd committed. I had, in my mind's eye, I saw Don Jr., I had a vision of Don Jr. going to his mother, Ivana, and bawling his eyes out. So these children were close to their mother. And so Donald Trump puts out some kind of, I don't know what he said. I don't know what the grift was. I just said, it is a grift. It was a grift. So he put out some kind of an announcement that Ivana, the mother of his children, died, and then asked for money. Now, I've had a couple people, there's been so much that's happened. I've had a couple people that, just exactly what I'm seeing in the chat there. I've had a couple of people who have said something to the effect of, I think I just shut off the chat. Something to the effect of, was it, there we go, you're back. Was it, some kind of inside job? No, it wasn't an inside job. If you really want me to check the pendulum on that, wasn't an inside job? No. What I really got was, I just can't even believe that Donald Trump grifted off of her death. But, what do we always say? It's shocking, but not surprising. I do feel like she died of natural causes. I have not even read what they are saying she died from. No. That is not true. Wait a minute. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Leave my glasses on? Okay, it's just, I know I should get contacts, but, no, she Ivana is furious at the way she was treated by her children's father. Absolutely true, Warren. The first thing I got when I heard that she died of stress-related illness. Could have been a heart attack. I didn't hear the cause of death. The first thing I got was she's going to make sure that they get him. So let's take a look at, and I just want to say that sometimes people cross over and they take a little time, what we consider time on the earthly plane, to kind of get to a place where they start to communicate with people on the earthly plane. But with Ivana, I don't get that at all. No cause has been stated. I definitely got it was stress-induced. Yeah, I definitely got that it was something about stress. I'm not sure that if that's accurate. Blunt force trauma. She might have fallen. Did Ivana Trump, did she fall? Yeah, the guides are saying that she fell. What happens if I hit this thing? Oh, I'm sorry, I was curious. If I hit this little wand, it gives different effects. Did she fall? Yes, I clearly get that she fell. I clearly get that she fell. Okay. I feel like Ivana Trump is very, very much. You have to understand, like, to talk about what spirits are going to do from a human world perspective is a little tricky. But I feel like she will have influence on making sure that Donald J. Trump. Okay, she fell down the stairs in her home. I feel like she fell. I've been so busy, I haven't really read the news, so we'll get caught up tonight. Everyone's a detective. I don't feel any foul play at all. Yeah. I felt she had a heart attack. That's interesting. And I get whatever it was that led to her death was definitely connected to stress. So, imagine, like what I was saying earlier, I had a vision of, at least a year and a half ago, of, especially Dawn Jr. and all of her children, each one of them, bawling their eyes out with like coming to their mom for comfort. Is Ivana Trump, is her spirit, is her soul going to be involved in influencing the investigations against her ex-husband? Yes. Extremely. It was extremely stressful on her. And I'm getting a yes that she will be an influence from the spiritual realm and taking Donald J. Trump down. Hey, if the DOJ isn't doing it yet, I think she's probably going to help. I'm getting a very strong yes on that she's going to be an influence. Her spirit will be an influence. And now the pendulum is doing a very hard swing counterclockwise, which means it's actually... No, I do not get, just so you know, I just do not get that there was foul play. Will she protect her kids? You know what I get about that? That the kids will get what they deserve in terms of legally. It's like they're going to have to pay their karmic dues. We're going to install positive energy. Okay. So, we'll pull 3 cards about that. Yeah, I agree, Maureen. I feel like her spirit, not that spirits can be vindictive from the other side, but they can make sure that truth happens. All right. 3 cards about Ivana Trump. Just the energy around that. Yeah, Michael, I have a stomach ache from the way that the news is. I mean, it's not been good. It's been a little hard. A little hard. It's just so much all at once. I got a heart attack right away. Her kids will become... I am actually getting that some of her kids will have to serve time. And that will turn them around to some degree. To whatever degree it's possible. Sorry, I have blue lights in my glasses. Some people get all upset about that. Anyway. Okay, the 2 of Swords... She had mixed feelings about crossing over. Obviously, because she had, her kids there. There is worldwide turmoil. I'm telling you, it gave me a stomachache today. I'm fine, but it was just like, oh my gosh, there's so much. There's so much happening. But I really feel like she was definitely conflicted when she crossed over. Yeah, he definitely influenced the children's energy. And her children are absolutely, positively distraught. Absolutely, positively distraught. When we speak of what so casually, Michael? Of life so casually? Yeah. Anyway, her children are absolutely distraught. When you have something going on with a parent, or your parents, you can be absolutely distraught. And when they die, forget about it. So, yeah, so take care of yourselves. I know it's been stressful. The Prince of Wands, one of her children is going to sing. I actually get that it's Eric. Oh, yeah, the death of children. We speak of it so casually. The death of children. Because, sorry, I got confused because we're on two different topics. We're on Trump's children, Ivana's children, and I think you guys are speaking of Uvalde. That I couldn't even, I happened to just be walking by the television when that was on, when Lawrence O'Donnell had to, he almost like burst into tears and started sobbing about the Uvalde thing. And usually I'm able to go back and watch YouTubes of the news after the fact, but I couldn't watch the Lawrence O'Donnell piece on Wednesday night about Uvalde and the video. Just switching to that topic briefly, I did say that the cops didn't go in because they knew there was certain death if they went in. It doesn't take a psychic to figure that out. But it was them against an AR-15. And they knew that their whole bodies will be obliterated if they had gone in to face the gunman and didn't shoot him immediately. So it's just insane. The Uvalde situation, I usually can watch, clips from MSNBC, but the one with Lawrence O'Donnell, it was just, we're seeing so many situations where the lives of children are not being valued, that it's a little bit, it's pushing us over the top. It really is. Anyway, I'm going to go back to Ivana now. The Prince of Wands is one, like I said, it looks like Eric's going to, in the past, in a deposition, Eric would just plead the fifth, plead the fifth, plead the fifth, plead the fifth. But, Ivana wasn't a saint, so maybe she's going to pay her karmic dues by making sure Donald J. Trump gets his due. Yeah, so there's that. Is this Eric Jr.? Yeah, it's Eric Jr. He's going to be influenced to tell all. That's very strong. What about Don Jr.? Is Don Jr. going to give up the goods? No, not so much. Not Don Jr. All right. I'm going to put my glasses on, but because it bothered someone so much the last time, I'm going to turn off this light behind me. Hang on, talk amongst yourselves. And you can put your questions up if you want. There. Hang on. I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave like that. It's still there. Okay. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Let's pick some cards. Trump was Mussolini in a previous life. What was Ivana in that lifetime? It doesn't mean she was, not necessarily that she was in that lifetime with him. Just because they're husband and wife in one lifetime doesn't mean they're husband and wife in another lifetime. I'm actually not feeling her in that lifetime with him. Let me see. Was Ivana Trump in the lifetime with him being Mussolini? Oh, actually it's saying yes. Was she a relative? No. She wasn't with him in that way. Was Ivana Trump, when Trump was Mussolini, was she a politician? No. Was Ivana Trump his wife in that lifetime? No. Was Ivana Trump a mistress? And it looks like Ivana Trump in the lifetime where Trump Sr. was Mussolini was a mistress. That kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. All right, so as much as I don't want to delve into this, Donald Trump planning to announce, I think it's the number one most upsetting thing in the news this week was that he's planning to run for president. But let me tell you what I get on that. That he's planning to announce that he's running for president right on the heels. Right on the heels. Oh, was killed with his mistress. Okay. All right, hang on. Right on the heels of the January 6th committee finishing up their investigations. Let me see this. That's curious. Okay. Mussolini was assassinated, was executed by the Italian people with his mistress. Was it Ivana? Wow. Interesting. The plot thickens. Interesting. I get yes. So Donald J. Trump, this is a psychic news network. This is my psychic impression. And thanks for bringing that up. It looks like Ivana, in the past life of Don Sr. being Mussolini, was the mistress that was executed. That was killed by the Italian people. It's interesting, isn't it? It really is. So, I know, Starlight Gazer, it actually hit me in the gut when I read that headline. When I read the headline, not that he was going to run for president, not that headline, but when I read the headline that literally said, and you may have seen this on the CNN website, Donald Trump is returning to Washington. And the reason he's returning to Washington is for some kind of a rally. Yep, it's true. So we're going to pull 3 cards on Donald running for president. I really get that he's going to do something like that. This doesn't take a psychic. He's going to do something like that right around the time of the wrapping up of the January 6th committee hearings, because Donald Trump is the master of distraction. So when the biggest news ever comes out about him inciting a coup on America, when the biggest news and all the evidence, indisputable evidence is there, when it's all out there, he's going to announce that he's running for president of the United States. And then it's time for us to run out there and to do whatever possibly can to stop this fascist from taking over the United States of America. But does it stop him? Do you mean, okay, I'm doing my best to read your questions. Hopefully he'll soon be indicted. He will be indicted. Did I hear about the buses that went to Cruz's house with all the names of the dead people shot with guns? No! See, it's been an insane week. Since a full moon, it's been insane. Will Putin do something stupid to get NATO involved, or will new weapon systems from the West turn the tide for Ukraine and let them run? I get that with more countries involved in NATO and NATO being more involved in defending Ukraine, that Russia will lose. I do feel that Russia will lose. Okay? Clara was Mussolini's mistress's name. Will Garland pick him up this weekend? Pick who up? Divide the right, destroy the rule. Yeah. This is, it's amazing how much the Republicans are just getting smacked in the face with all kinds of things. It's hard for them to keep up with their lies. So I'm just reading here. Thank you for catching me up on the news. So Ivana was found at the foot of the stairs. So, okay. Yeah, NATO is going to, I know they have been, but now NATO is getting stronger, is going to be on, those countries will be on the borders, and they'll eventually stop Russia. I do see somebody wrote something about Ken Paxton seeks to dismiss the state bar's lawsuit against him over his attempt to overturn the election. Let me tell you something. The Republicans are terrified, the ones that were involved in the insurrection, and there's a lot of them, know that they're in really bad trouble. So now what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a plan to attack all the people on the January 6th committee. The Republicans are planning to completely overthrow and prosecute innocent public servants. And if they, I'm saying if, I'm just saying this is what they're talking about. If they win the House and the Senate, they're planning to take over and to get people thrown in jail, and like Kevin Navarro was saying that he was gonna send get Joe Biden impeached and send Pelosi to Gitmo and all this ridiculousness. So they're planning a strategy to go after the leaders, the Democratic leaders of the United States of America. Like, they didn't get them in the coup. They didn't assassinate them in the coup. So they're planning to go after them if they regain control of the House and the Senate. And they're planning to throw all these people in jail and to try them. And it's out and out fascism. Out and out fascism. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Rhonda, it's funny that you should say that, because when I saw Trump in Washington, D.C. this weekend in the headlines, which made me, maybe that's how I got a stomachache. It made me, I had a visceral reaction to seeing Trump comes back to Washington. But then I had a vision of him, maybe it was just a fantasy, being served papers at the MAGA rally that he's planning in Washington, D.C. All right. Why is Trump really in D.C.? Well, let's take a look at that, shall we? Grifting. He's grifting. First and foremost, he's grifting. His name should be Grift. All right. Let's see. Why is he in Washington, D.C.? A distraction. I would really like to see a Democrat get out there and have a huge rally, wouldn't you? Let's just, I don't know how to do a poll, but let's ask, which Democrat would you love to see get out there and do rallies? He's grifting off Ivana's death. I know, we were just talking about that. What kind of person does that? Can you imagine losing a loved one? Or, I mean, they weren't on bad terms. As far as I know, I never heard Trump speak badly of Ivana. There was nothing to be gained from that. Well, I know, it was just like, it was probably a fantasy. Okay, is that in the realm of possibilities in the universe? Bernie, yeah, maybe. Eric Swalwell. We need a Democrat to be out there having rallies for the Democrats. Seriously, we truly do. They'd have to have a lot of security. But we need the equivalent on the Democrat side. Is Donald Trump going to be served papers this weekend in Washington? No. Okay. Is Donald Trump going to be at a disadvantage because of this thing in Washington? I'm getting yes. I like your ideas. Mary Trump, well, I'm thinking more somebody who's running for office. We need to have rallies. Gavin Newsom, I could see that. So you're saying perhaps Trump is still bitter about the divorce and what was given to Ivana, but how is that going to have any bearing on what happens? I'm going to pull 3 cards about this. Yeah, but Mary Trump isn't running for office. I'm thinking somebody who's thinking about running for office. We need someone new, like Newsom. Okay, yes, it's exactly that, Janet. He is going to, when all this is out about the January 6th committee, and all this is out about how guilty he was, and all this is, Buttigieg would be great. I finally figured out how to say his name. When all this comes out about what Trump was doing, he was working on getting people assassinated. I did hear a lawyer bring up that he could be prosecuted for manslaughter, directly or indirectly. That's when it's all clear as a bell. Where's my bell? I don't know where it is. Here it is. When it's all clear as a bell that Trump incited a violent coup and tried to get people assassinated and take down the United States of America's government, that's when he's going to announce that he's running for president. Oh, the irony. And the American people will be extremely emotional when he does that. Whoever the Democrat would be that would have rallies to just like sort of be the Democratic equivalent of a Trump rally, whoever it is, they'd have to have massive amounts of security. They're expected to descend on the Capitol September 18th. Well, they've said that before. Yeah, Bernie Sanders is great. And we can read on that too. I don't know where you heard that about the extremist groups. Where'd you get that information? Glenn? I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Too many risks for them. Okay, so I like the idea of Bernie Sanders. Just maybe not even that they're running for president. More like, let's get people excited. Because if you watch the Trump rallies, as nauseating as they are, what you see is people getting excited. And we don't have that kind of tribal energy on the Democratic side. And we do really need that. So America will get very, 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 very emotional if and when Trump announces he's running for president. I've always gotten that he's not going to run for president. The American people will come together if and when that ever happens. Donald Trump announcing running for the presidency. And the Queen of Wands, I get Letitia James on this. Letitia James is going to take him down. Not that Fani Willis isn't, but the combination of the two. Let's ask the pendulum, is that correct? Is Fani Willis, is the dynamic duo Fani Willis and Letitia James going to take him down? Yes. Yes. He would be good for rallies? Who? By the way, I'm getting a bigger iPad, a brand new bigger iPad, so I'll be able to see her. Katy Perry? For the rallies? Maybe all the rock stars. Erica, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I haven't had a chance to see the news. I'm just going on bits and pieces. Usually I'm able to watch the news all day, but I've had a lot of family stuff going on plus working at the same time. So I've caught what I could over the past few days. But I wanted to jump on because it's Friday Night Live. Yes, we definitely need rallies to offset Trump rallies. Obama would draw crowds, yes. He would need massive, massive security with all the white supremacy out there. Bernie can still motivate. Yeah, we'd have to have massive security. I'm going to ask again, are Fani Willis and Letitia James? I'm getting a strong yes. If anything, hey Lisa, thanks. If anything, this is motivating their case even more. This is motivating them anymore. They're damn motivated. Letitia James and Fani Willis are damn motivated to have justice served. Absolutely. Let's take a look at that. Donald Trump and Georgia. I've heard his astrology for right now is awful. Will this Trump ever get arrested? Let me see. He can't grift if he doesn't act like he's going to run. I think he's just acting. All right, hang on. This is about Georgia. Fani Willis, Georgia, 7 of Swords. Sayonara, Donald Trump. You're in huge trouble. And you are going to be, you're acting like a total fool, Trump. Total fool. The orange devil went down to Georgia. We're all losing our minds. That is for sure. I think Beto would be a great rally leader. I agree with that. Rockstar supporting Democrats. That would be huge. That would be huge. It is about grifting. We know that. I mean, somebody said, are you sure it's not about that? I'm sure it is about that. I'm sure it is about that. But you know, the whole way that he operates is as soon as some big criminal story comes out about him, he does something outrageous. And what's more outrageous than saying, I'm going to run for president after he's found to be guilty on all counts of inciting a violent insurrection where they plan to assassinate a lot of people. You know, during that hearing on Monday, the weeks have been so packed. It's like, what day was that? Monday, Tuesday. During the hearings, the guy that was a former on the Oath Keepers, who was like the oppressed person, who was like a designer, was asked to make like a deck of cards with each of the cards a picture of the politician, of the Democrat, to assassinate. I did not see that about the bus with the children. I have to look that up. Trump, no likely. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pick up the cards that fell. You can put another question up. I'm sorry, I keep leaving the screen. I'm a little discombobulated tonight. But things are better now that we're together. Linda Gordon, I absolutely agree with you. Michelle Obama, I was thinking of her today. She won't do it. She wouldn't do a rally. Just because he announces that he's running doesn't mean he's going to run. Let's take a look. Is Donald Trump, because he loves the attention. Oh my gosh. He's like, it's like heroin. He's like a heroin addict when it comes to getting the attention that he absolutely craves. He's not been on Twitter. He's not going to be on Twitter. We'll get into that topic in a moment. But he just craves the spotlight as if he's an addict, as if he's a drug addict that needs his fix. And so he cannot wait. He has fantasies. He has fantasies about making this announcement. He thinks about it all the time. I think that actually Donald Trump is losing sleep over his excitement about when he's going to say that he's going to run for president. Thank you, Uptick 888. He's 88. We'll put it that way. He's stabilizing. When everybody take really good care of your brains, because your brain kind of goes after, when you get that old. He can't get that sweet, sweet money. Yes. But he's going to... Is Donald Trump just going to say that he's going to run to get all this press? Is that the reason? Yes, that is the reason. He doesn't actually want to be president. He doesn't actually want to do the job of president. He just wants to be a fascist leader. And plus, Colorful Foresight, thank you for tipping people on what I'm reading about. I do the best that I can to mention it a few times. Okay, so he's making the announcement, but he doesn't really plan to run. You know, we need to get our ideas out to the Democrats that we want them to have concerts and rallies. Let's see if we can do that. Maybe get the idea to the people at the Midas Touch. They're growing older but not up. I don't. Somebody was asking about Liz Cheney's future the other night when I was with Corey, and I don't think she's going to run for anything. I know he doesn't have 100% attention. He doesn't. He wants 100% attention. Plans change. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Not to freak everyone out, but I feel like he has had a conversation or two with Putin. Wildflower Wind, you know, people want to know. I can't just ignore it. I can't just go on my channel and do a psychic news network without talking about the news. Yeah, they do. Let's ask how the Democrat messaging is going. Join Midas Touch, the YouTube channel. I think they're a podcast too. Join Midas Touch. They're doing a lot of good work. Yeah, get in touch with Jamie Harrison. And not only say, hey, get out there and work on the messaging, ask how we can help. Oh yeah, Chuck, you know, Trump is not feeling like a free person, that's for sure. And Trump, I like that, can fail suddenly. He's not a happy person. Not at all. Texas Paul has been on a rampage lately on Midas Touch. He only wanted the attention. Warren, exactly true. He only wanted the attention. So I'm going to pick 3 cards about the Democrats' messaging. Okay? Yeah, Texas Paul is awesome. Democrats' messaging. Is it going to get better? Well, John Fetterman trolling Dr. Oz. I should look that up. Yeah, safety aids. Yeah. But they could get the security. Go, Ivana. That's funny. This is the card of messaging. This is the card of strong communication. I'm asking about. Oh, I know the church video was unbelievable about the right-wing extremists that Texas Paul put up on YouTube. This is democratic messaging. This is the card about strong messaging. After they do a little bit of soul searching, because the hermit is like they're going away and thinking about it. Prince of Wands is coming up again. There's going to be a strong Democrat on the younger side that's going to make a big difference in their messaging. Yeah, a lot of people are saying a woman's going to take him down. Actually, maybe it's Ivana from the other side. Okay, because, you know, it could be. A lot of psychics have said that a woman will take him down. Is it Ivana? No, because she's on the spirit plane, so that doesn't really count. When are we going to get the messaging? I feel like it's happening. I feel like it's being put together right now. And a lot of it will be around the findings of the January 6th committee. Absolutely. Okay. So anyway, I just, you know, kind of dropped a little bit of a bombshell that I've seen Trump having some conversations with Putin recently. I hope this breaking news isn't true. Oh, I'm so glad. I see the breaking news. Sergeant tackles man with rifle and 120 rounds of ammunition next to kids at a mall, but he was tackled, right? I see the devil card on that one. These right-wing extremist groups are nothing to take lightly. That's for sure. The news keeps yelling their stories. Will Biden step down to make Kamala the first female president? No, I don't think he's going to step down. I can ask about that. Well, Biden stepped down. Biden's really tired, I know that. All right, so is Joe Biden going to step down and have Kamala step in as president? No, I don't get that. It doesn't sound like anybody died, right? They just tackled the man with the ammunition. We are the most heavily armed country in the world. The United States is. It's really well, of course he may not complete the second term. There's always a may not. It doesn't matter who it is. Whoever it is that's president may not complete their second term. Yeah, Texas is, we're going to take a look at Texas tonight. We have time. We're all together. I have no place to be. I can stay late. No problem. There was a case pending regarding a 13-year-old pressing charges against the Big Orange Cheeto back in the Jeffrey Epstein days, and it was covered up. I heard that she was threatened. Oh, well, thank you. I did say that the people that have followed Trump, some of these people that have followed him are good people who were gullible. Don't forget that. So important. Yeah, the power grid is, I'm seeing it. You know, I always say it doesn't take a psychic. I am seeing it. I'm seeing people dying of the heat in Texas. Literally, not just as a saying. Justice for Katie? I'm lost. See, it's too much news. I was going to ask a yes or no about something. Oh, well, see, it's too much news. What was it? What was I going to ask a yes or no about? Biden's wife does watch out for him. Yeah, exactly. When all they're watching and they think it's news is all pro 45. I'm sorry you didn't get a notice. I don't know if notifications happen, and I had such a crazy day. I had no idea what time I was coming on. So I just thought I'd play it by ear. You know? You know what I'm saying? Did anyone else have an insane week with that full moon? Sheesh. I almost got into a fight with Corey. I'm just kidding. We had a heated debate. Maria, did you just show up? No, she was not. She fell. For anyone who's just joining us, Ivana Trump fell. And she had something that was stress related, and it felt to me initially like a heart attack. I never. Why are you saying spiritual gatherings get made fun of? I never for a second, when I heard Ivana Trump died, I never for a second thought that there was foul play. Oh, Libra lady, oh, thanks. Remember Marianne? Are you talking about Marianne Williamson? Yeah, you want to hear a funny story about that? Because me being a spiritual person for so long and a spiritual counselor for so long, and Marianne Williamson is a spiritual counselor, so I went to all her rallies when she was in New Hampshire because it's a short drive from Massachusetts. So I went to a Marianne Williamson rally in New Hampshire, and then, gosh, I forget what publication it was. I can't remember it. It was a New York something publication. A few years later, I read a newspaper article that was kind of making a mockery out of Marianne Williamson's rally, and she said, and this one questioner asked her this, and it was my question, and she was making fun of my question. Could not believe it. Could not believe it. I almost wrote to this reporter, but she got mocked for talking about love. Sad, isn't it? Husband's family are all Trump voters. Are good people, but they've swallowed the Fox News propaganda. It's not news. Yeah, it was. I went, well, that question sounds familiar. And the question that I asked Marianne Williamson at her rally was, I prefaced it with, I have followed you as a spiritual leader, and it was about how do we best process our feelings, our anger towards Trump, to which he responded, "Don't get angry, fight for democracy." I thought it was a good exchange. Did you catch that? Yeah, happy to see you too. So, we got it. What was that? When I did the channeling on the 4th of July, I think it was Thomas Jefferson, wasn't it? Who said, I gotta watch it again. Who said, we have to make democracy attractive. We have to really work on making democracy attractive again. And then I got, we have to make democracy sexy. But I don't think Jefferson would have really said that. I think I was just picking up on the feelings. Maybe that was just the way that I put it. But we have to make democracy attractive. Yes, I agree, Allison. It was natural causes. It was not foul play. Yeah. And that was immediately what I got. I got that what she had a physical condition. I did not know that she fell because I hadn't read the details. I got that she died of something that was stress induced. Most illnesses that have the potential to kill you are at least aggravated by stress. So whatever you do, everybody, find a way to de-stress. The full moon was insane. It illuminated, if you were on the light side, yeah, we have to make democracy work. If you're on the side of the light, this full moon being Guru Purnima, Sadhguru here, he's kind of hidden behind my chair. There was a big event in McMinnville, Tennessee, where their ashram is in the United States. If you want to look that up, oh my God, the light that was exuding from Sadhguru was just he was like a huge, ginormous light bulb. It was crazy high vibration. And then to the opposite end of the spectrum is this extreme darkness, like the white supremacy, violence. And there is both. There is both. Having nightmares about the behind the scenes part of Disney. What are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean, the behind the scenes part of Disney. You mean Disney World? You were never interested in democracy because you were too busy taking care of cancer patients? I'm not getting the connection. It's about yes. What? Okay. Oh, I think Liz L, I appreciate that. Are stress vitamins helpful? You want me to tell you what's helpful for stress? Heart math. I have a heart math device. Yeah, but why is it Disney, Alicia? Or Alicia? What's good for stress? No, I'm not understanding why it's behind the scenes at Disney. Unless it's a symbol dream. It's probably a symbolic dream, because dreams have a lot of symbolism, hidden meanings. To de-stress, start your day with exercise. If I don't start my day with exercise, I can tell. Breathing deeply. Marijuana, yeah, but well, it depends. Different strokes for different folks. I have nothing against marijuana. Start your day with exercise. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. You're a Disney-obsessed family. It's kind of being distracted. Okay. Money's good for stress. Breathe through your heart. Look at all these beautiful suggestions. Yes, exactly, Chuck. Read Chuck's quotes. That will de-stress you. See, using pot makes some people paranoid. I actually think that the United States will invent a lot more rules for running for president and public office. Like take a psych evaluation. We're recommending what to de-stress. Gardening, Getting your feet in the ground, on the ground for grounding, feeding the birds. If I don't start my day with exercise, I have a different kind of a day. It's not bad, but I can just tell. CBD, ashwagandha, being outside, a regular meditation practice. You don't try to de-stress, you just de-stress. You know what I'm saying? Eliminate the word try from your vocabulary. Oh, you row with the team at 5:30 a.m. Good for you. LB, she's a local. Talking, journaling, upbeat music, dancing. When the news has been too much, I always go to comedy. Or just a silly, what did I watch the other night? The Nanny Diaries. A silly, corny movie. I never watch violence. Never watch violence. Never. It amazes me. Dancing's great. Gratitude. One thing I've been recommending lately, I just noticed myself recommending it to a couple of clients, is you write, when you have good things happen, to write them all down. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, flattery just makes me stay on longer. Crystals de-stress you. I'm by the ocean. I'm spoiled rotten, so I can go to the beach anytime I'm stressed. But on the off season is better. Epsom salt bath. Himalayan bowls. Being with a loved one, absolutely. Those Himalayan bowls, those are really, really, like, here's one. These are really helpful. They have Dry Bar Comedy. Yeah, I mentioned, I recommended that. They have entire, meditations on YouTube, meditation music that's all Himalayan bowls. Puppies, yes. If you're a musician, channel Annette Funicello. I didn't channel Annette Funicello. Sean Hayes podcast. I don't know who that is. So, Save Soil. Thank you, Chuck. You always recommend, you always mention Save Soil. Please contribute to SaveSoil.org. I have a good one for you. If you want to de-stress, watch Church of Spirituality on my channel, right here. Eliminate all negativity from your daily routine and you will feel much better. Your vibe will be higher. Me too, 2.4 miles away. Are you only 2.4 miles away? I didn't know that. Play music. Playing music always makes a difference. If you're a musician, play music. Yeah, all that. Affirmations. Recognizing that the mystical world is existing. Yeah, watch my chart. That's what it's designed for. Let's see. Let me see. What was I going to tell you about? About emotional freedom tapping. Sean Hayes is a hypochondriactor. Oh, that sounds funny. Whenever I feel like I need to de-stress, if I play the piano for a while and sing, totally shifts everything. Save the country. Oh, you're 2.4 miles away from the Pacific? Yeah, if you're on the coast, makes a difference. Listening to birds singing, I love that. Let me pull a few cards on something. We got onto a little tangent about how to... Thank you, Glenn. My Church of Spirituality is meant to de-stress people. And it really, I channel the message. I channel my sermons every week. I never know what I'm going to say. I know the topic, but I never know what I'm going to say. It's a surprise to me, too. If you got the Ivana fell because she had a heart issue, that's exactly what I got too. Okay. What am I answering right now? I need a question. I've got plenty, but I want to answer your questions. I'll check. Oh, okay. Jack from Will and Grace. Thank you, Maria. There's so many things to think about. I can't think about one. Jim Jordan. What's going to happen to Jim Jordan? Since we're in the slime. Since we're already in the slime, Jim Jordan. What's the fate of Jim Jordan? Behind bars. She had blunt force trauma because she fell. Oh, Secret Service. I meant to read on that. Okay. Behind bars. This is Jim Jordan. Somebody has the dirt on Jim Jordan, and the truth is going to sink him. Grow something. I like that. Jim Gaffigan. I know a lot of people are. It was Secret Service I was going to read on. Yeah, I meant to read on the Secret Service. We will, but I'll tell you something about the Secret Service. If anybody is actually believing that the Secret Service, they updated their phones and they just happened to have a problem with, they lost the text from January 6th and January 5th and January 6th. Well, if it was like September 20th and 21st, when nothing actually was going on, that would be a different story, right? The Secret Service was absolutely Trump-appointed people. And they were in on the insurrection, and they deleted... Okay, I'll see. I am going to do a channeling. They deleted... Who needs to be a black woman? Yeah, the Secret Service was working for Trump. You got a piano? Yay! Let's hear it for the person that got a piano. I just heard that about George Clooney as a dirt on Jim Jordan. I'm really intrigued by that. Who in the Secret Service gave the change order? What was the change order? When I leave, I'm about to leave again because I left my water over there and I'm thirsty. Biden's approval number is going to go up soon. When I first saw that, my initial reaction was yes around the January 6th committee stuff. Hang on. Hang on. It's hot. Gotta hydrate. Make sure you're hydrated because it causes you to feel stressed if you're not hydrated. Here's my water. I just had a fish sandwich for dinner, so... Hydration is very important when you're doing psychic work. Any kind of psychic work. Dowsing or anything like that. Or doing readings. Okay, let's take a look at the Secret Service. What's the question we want to ask? Not only are they not as professional, they were in on the crime. Nancy Pelosi testifying in the committee hearings. I don't know why she would be testifying. Where are you, Jamie, that it's in the 70s? Curious. Oh, yeah, by the way, Chuck, that's sweet. I have a CD, and it's on Spotify. Check it out. Thank you, Michael. It's right here. I got it. I just had to pour it into my cup. It goes without saying that the Secret Service was corrupt. I mean, come on. Oh, we have to update our phones, and we couldn't. Oh, and all the messages they got deleted. Give me a break. Have you ever heard of the cloud? The dirty service is right. Indictments. Well, that's a pendulum question. Will the Secret Service be indicted? Yes. Yes, the name of my CD is I Feel You. Check it out. Maria, you're so sweet. It's been so stressful. I was like, do I really want to go on tonight? And you know what convinced me to go on? Have a good sleep. What convinced me to come on tonight was, first of all, I said I'd be on, and I always keep my word to the best of my ability. It's all retrievable, right? All that text messages are retrievable. But I wanted to come on and see you guys and do a reading because it always makes you feel good to do a reading. Try it. Manchin derailing months of work. Oh my gosh, and this is the thing. The news is so infuriating. Manchin has bad karma coming to him. I missed you. Of course I missed you. Because Wednesday, I usually go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I used to, but ever since Corey and I have done a Wednesday regular thing, I've skipped the Wednesday PNNs. But you get a lot of political news on our show. Just go to Bridge KPN on Wednesdays, about 6:30. Secret Service. Oh yeah, this is about stuck conversations. The Secret Service. This is about stuck conversations. This is when I get this card, it's about negotiations going nowhere, conversations going nowhere. You're refreshing the YouTube page for what? Oh, to see if I was on? See, I wouldn't let you down. So this is about that. I always do me. That's I do me. You do you. Okay. Because who else do you want to be except yourself, right? Secret Service knows they are in hot water. The Secret Service is right. And the January 6th committee is going to get what they need. See, that's overcoming the obstacles. We love you too. Me and Corey love you too. Thought I had a better offer for what? Oh, for tonight? You thought I had a date or something? That's funny. Yeah, sorry. I was going to be on at 8, but I got sidetracked. You know, family stuff and stuff. But if I'm ever not going to be on, when I excuse the smashing of the bottles next door. If I'm ever not going to be on, when I said that I'll be on, I will post that on my community page. He left to work for Instagram? I did not know that. Is that why he left to work for Instagram? Oh, yeah. See, I didn't know the whole story there. So the Secret Service definitely were corrupt. They definitely deleted those text messages on purpose. They deleted those text messages on purpose. I see you're saying typo, sorry, but I don't know what you're sorry about. Don't be sorry. 102 degrees? Jeez. Okay, I'm reading on Joe Manchin. Thank you. You think it's easy, crafty lady? Joe Manchin. Yeah, you do have to have ways to de-stress. Not distress. Not distress. De-stress. Because just reading the headlines this past week have been so stressful. Joe Manchin has some really bad karma coming. That's what I get. It would be interesting to me if Joe Manchin got some kind of lung issues. Amy, where are you that it's 113? So I'm going to read on Joe Manchin's fate. I'm going to see what the cards say about Joe Manchin's fate for all this bad karma. I mean, speaking of not caring about the children. Oh, Colorful Foresight is putting up the link to Corey's Bridge Cape Ann, where we are. Not only is this our children not being cared about, but these greedy, evil people are not looking out for the next generation. Sneak preview. Church of Spirituality this month has been about the concept of service. And thank you. And Church of Spirituality has had different sermons this month based on the idea of service. And this week is going to be about serving the future. Serving the future. You all are so sweet. Thank you. Joe Manchin. Stalled talks. Envisioning for the future, paving the way to a better future for future generations. Joe Manchin doesn't give a rat's ass about anybody but himself and lining his pockets. So you'd think that these people don't believe in karma. You'd think that these people think, oh, it'll never come back to me. There was a time where people didn't do horrible things because they knew that horrible things would come back to them. But anyway, I don't think that Joe Manchin, I don't think that this is the end. I see lawsuits against Joe Manchin. The Franklin. Somebody wants to know the name of the restaurant next door. It's called The Franklin. You know, they have a bar. It's a really good restaurant. They have a bar, and about 4 times a night, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear clink, 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 like they just dump a thing of bottles in the trash, I guess. The recycling. Anyway, I'm downtown. I'm on Main Street. I haven't been there in a long time. If I got a better offer, I might have been there. No, I'm just kidding. Tonight. I'm just kidding. Where are we at? Where are we at, everybody? Let's do 10 more minutes. What do you say? Don't leave yet. We're having too much fun. All right. Joe Manchin, I feel like it's temporary that that the funding for global climate change help. I feel like it's temporary. I know we have to talk about Texas. Is it raining at 73 in Chicago? Well, maybe that's coming this way. Yeah, it's bad what's coming to Manchin. Wheezing to be free? Texas? Shall we go to Texas? Do we dare? Is anybody out there in Texas? Oh, hi, John. From Australia? Must be tomorrow there. I didn't know they met with Nancy Pelosi. See, I miss. If you miss one day of news, you miss it all. You miss a whole ton. Texas, yes, I get that we'll retain the House and the Senate. We have to all get out there. Okay, so we have Later Gator is in Texas. We're going to look at the utility situation in Texas. Okay? Wow, we got a few people from Texas. What's going to happen with the utilities in Texas? Yes, the January 6th committee is changing people's minds. Do you really think that it's not? Beto, yeah, help Beto too. Help Beto. Huh. I'm curious about this. I'm getting these cards on Texas, and it looks like Texas is going to be okay. After all the distress that Governor Abbott, I don't even like to call him the governor. This is the stress that Texas is under right now. It was a great place to live. This is what Texas is going to be going through. I see rolling blackouts. I hate to tell you, but I literally see people literally dying from the heat. Just like we unfortunately saw people dying, freezing to death. It was just voted the second worst state. What's the first worst state? That's what I want to know. Wheezing from all the country running for its life. This is what Texas is going through. However, I see a new leader in Texas. Yeah, you got to talk to the people that are actually thinking of, like, supporting Trump. We can look at Cuomo. I feel like, this is one thing that we really have to understand. These bad things are happening in our country because of corrupt and evil and fascist leaders. But it's putting the spotlight, it's highlighting what we need to do. We have our work cut out for us. So, I feel Beto. I do. Because the case for Democrats is going to be overflowing in Texas. Thank you, John. I've been going on live on Friday nights, and I'm on live with Corey at Bridge Cape Ann on Wednesday nights. Yeah. In Texas, I know this might be hard to believe, I'm not being all Pollyanna, but in Texas, all this devastation that Abbott, I'm not going to call him the governor anymore because it just feels wrong. All this that Abbott has created is going to make an overflowing case for the Democrats. I feel that being Beto, and I see the United States, the United States democracy will prevail. Yes. Beto for Texas. Absolutely. Abbage's poopy head. I don't know. That caught me off guard. That's pretty funny. 44 as the place. Yes, yes. I do. I was thinking of that today, Chuck. The 4 Secret Service agents were placed on administrative leave. They were fake. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, Michael, that's pretty much what I see. That's pretty much what I see, what Michael just said. We're all in for Beto. And if you can work for organizations, not companies. Swing Left and Swing Blue, Swing Left Alliance and Swing Blue Alliance, you can help. The grid will go down. At least in waves. You guys you're too nice. That looks good for Texas. That was surprising. Okay. Do we want to go to Florida? We haven't heard much about Florida lately. Since there are so many questions we can ask about Florida, throw me some questions. Throw me some questions. Well, what about Run to Satan? There's so many things we can ask. Irina, thank you for being here. Is it 11:45 there in the morning? Must be. You want to throw me a question about Florida, since there's so many things we could ask? Will he lose? Doth Satan lose? Well, that's a pendulum question. Will doth Satan lose? It looks like Death Satan will lose. Will Death Satan actually get on the Republican ballot? What do you mean for president? Republican Attorney General is hosting a private retreat. Well, is that unusual? Will Ron go to jail and be accountable for the Disney? Okay. Will he be held accountable? Okay. When that whole Disney thing happened, the whole fiasco, when it first broke, I thought that Disney would take Satan down. Okay. Is Disney going to take Satan down? Looks like it. It looks like it. Yes, DeSantis is connected to Matt Gaetz. Yes, they are in corruption together. Will that keep him from running for president? The pendulum saying yes. The drought in California. The drought in California is going to be a continuing challenge. A new person not in the public eye will soon appear. Are you doing a psychic reading? I'm just curious. Is that what you got psychically? Just Satan can't beat both Trump and Disney. Okay. Just for kicks, are Satan and Trump going to be running against one another ever? No. I don't think Trump has dirt on Satan. I don't. I think he would have spilled it by now. They're faking it to survive him. They're faking that they support Trump. Not all of them. Drought in California. I think I lost you guys. Drought in California. Is the drought going to end anytime soon in California? Not anytime soon. Will Roger Stone spill the beans on DeSantis? I didn't know about that connection. You must have water use restrictions in California. It's necessary. Why does the news media keep talking about, you gotta finish your sentence? Will Val Demings beat Marco Rubio is the question. Yes. You have to have restrictions in LA. You know, just speaking of droughts, the other day I went to City Hall and the mayor was in a meeting and I was like, I'd like to leave a message for the mayor. So I wrote a long note, wasn't that long, on a legal pad. I know this guy. the mayor, so it wasn't that unusual for me to leave a note. And I left a note. We are about to have a drought, and I want to know if any contingency plans have been made for the drought. And then he texted me back that our reservoirs were at 70%. Not for long, buddy. He knows I'm a psychic. So anyway, my point was that we all need contingency plans for water shortages. Oh, that's a good idea to look for. Will Kavanaugh be addressed for will they be reprimanded or impeached? Will anybody on the Supreme Court be impeached? Will anybody on the Supreme Court be impeached? It's giving me a slow yes. Are you guys talking about something sad? Come on, keep it up, keep it up. Keep it up. The news is bad enough, let's keep it up. Well, remember, I know it's hard for decent human beings to understand this, but the cruelty is the point. Why do you think they're going after children? The cruelty is the point. With all these abortion bans, the cruelty is the point. About whether people are following the restrictions for the water? Yeah. Yeah, and actually when there is a drought here, which we're heading for a drought, we haven't had much rain. We need a lot of rain where I live because we only have a few reservoirs. That's it. Okay. Sometimes I have to go back to see what I was about to read about. The cruelty is the point. Yeah, so about the abortion, that's all, the abortion ban, that's about how cruel can we be? They're trying to out-cruel each other. Oh, sorry, yeah, excuse me. We're almost 90 minutes in, so I forgot where I was. Okay. Let's just do this. And well, let me back up. A little bit earlier tonight, I was saying, is there any chance Donald Trump will fall down the stairs? There's actually there is a chance of that. That we have to think about, I'm going to suggest this, we think about all the people who are good people. Think about all the people that you've seen on the news, on television, on YouTube. Think about all the good people that you can imagine in the United States, or maybe live here or live there, all joining hands in a spirit of goodness and a spirit of love one another. That's not corny. Visualize that, and visualize us all lifting the energy of all the people, and really I'm reading your comments. It's funny. No, really, no. There are so many good people. Let's take our focus. At least when we're thinking, take our focus. I mean, because I've had to. Thank you. I'm glad that you do that. If you already do it, good. Keep doing it. Envision all the good people joining hands and just being happy and getting climate change, measures in place and taking care of the children. Just imagine this, because I have a lot of people in the comments say things like, not the majority, but say things like, oh, the Republicans are going to win and then we're going to lose our democracy. And, and I have to correct people. If you want good things to happen, why would you be saying that, right? Think about it. Why would anybody be saying those negative things, like giving them a voice, putting them in words, if they don't want them to happen, right? And I know you all are with me. That's why I love being here. Okay, is Brett Kavanaugh going to be impeached from the Supreme Court? Wow, I get a yes on that. Imagine Joe Manchin on voting yes on a bill. Yeah, imagine him voting yes. Imagine Joe Manchin just going, I've had enough, and leaving. I've studied the power of thought affecting reality since I was a teenager. Honestly, 5 months for what? For him to be impeached. I did say that, I think. Brett Kavanaugh will, it looks like Brett Kavanaugh will be impeached. We'll get to Merrick. If you want it to happen, think about it. Is Clarence Thomas going to be off the Supreme Court? Yes, that's kind of a strong... Is Brett Kavanaugh going to be impeached? Okay, boy, I'm just feeling a wave of movement of Democrats of just like, charge! But not in a violent way, not in a war way. I just see the Democrats going, charge! Theoretically speaking. Amy Coney Barrett, will she be deemed powerless on the Supreme Court? Yes. Ivana Trump fell. Kavanaugh in 5 months. Did you read that? Amy Coney Barrett, is she going to be, I'm just going to say let go from the, I'm getting that all three of them are gone. Bye-bye, handmaiden. Yes, for sure. Before I leave you all, because I told myself I'd give it like, 90 minutes. Another attempt on Kavanaugh's life. I don't get that. I don't feel that. Will there be another attempt on Kavanaugh's life? No, I don't get that. I'm not really getting that there'll be an attempt on Kavanaugh's life. I actually feel like the attempt on Kavanaugh, I don't even really feel like it was a real attempt on Kavanaugh's life. I mean, if you compare it to the attempts made on January 6th, it's like there was no attempt on Kavanaugh's life. But I feel like the person that attempted to murder Kavanaugh or whatever, I feel like that person was angry that Kavanaugh was a misogynist. Thank you, Sherry. Well, I got that Clarence Thomas was going to be gone. And yeah, I'm getting a yes that Clarence Thomas will, I don't know if he's going to resign, but I'm getting yes, he'll resign. Pray forever and ever and ever in Jesus' name. Are you praying? Good. Whatever way you pray, whatever you're into, pray. Hang on. I peeked. We win the election and eventually Trump and... What? I can't read that. I'm not monetized. I'm not set up to monetize. I mean, if you want to donate to me, I don't know. I don't like monetizing things. We don't really get that much money because YouTube keeps so much of it. I ask for people to book a reading. We'll get to that. And if you want to donate, if you just feel like donating, I mean, I'm the kind of person, I like to donate if I enjoy someone's channel. My email is AnnetteDion7@gmail.com if you want to PayPal a donation. Thank you. Alright, I was just going to be, I'm not going to read on Harry and Meghan. There's too many other things to read about. Will Garland indict 45? Yes. Will it be soon? Well, you know how it goes when you try to figure out time. You should book a reading now. While we're on the topic. So what you do is you send an email to AnnetteDionPsychic@gmail.com. It's real easy. AnnetteDionPsychic@gmail.com. That goes straight to my assistant, and he'll correspond with you to set up a time. I'm not one of those psychics that has a big... I can create a wish list. That's a good idea. I'm not one of... I didn't even know what that was. Now you just explained it. So my assistant will book it for you, but I don't have like a waiting list, so you should be able to get right in. And I have testimonials here. Well, Michael, maybe it's time for you to get a reading. Did you get a reading? 99% of the people that get readings from me are women, which isn't, that's usually the case. Me too, Sherry. I will have a big following. A prediction for me! Joanne, no worries, because this will post. right after I end it at about 95 minutes. And a reading it's kind of in your face. It's all truth. You have to be able to handle the truth. Okay. Now, one more question. Somebody asked over there, somebody asked about hurricanes this season. Last season, I pretty much nailed it. I predicted it was either 8 or 9 hurricanes. Is it going to be more? Is it going to be less than 9 hurricanes this season? I'm talking damaging hurricanes. It'll be less than 9. How many hurricanes will we have that are impactful? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 hurricanes that are majorly impactful. Enough. That's enough, right? That's enough hurricanes. New York, the feds indict Trump under the RICO statutes. New York, it looks like New York will. Yeah, thank you, crafty lady. So, on the note of readings, I think we've answered all the questions that we can for tonight. I don't want to have a psychic hangover. Yes, Matthew will schedule an appointment. Matthew is wonderful. I know we should go to automatic booking for appointments, but everyone loves Matthew, so we decided against that. The reading, thank you, Warren. The reading is chock full of information. I've been doing readings for over 2 decades. Well over 2 decades. And we know Trump wants to run again, but we just think that he's drifting. Please subscribe. Oh my gosh, I never remember to ask people to subscribe. We will reconvene on Sunday for Church of Spirituality. And you guys make me feel so good, so I really appreciate it. And what else? Please join Grassroots of Democracy if you're in the States. We have meetings twice a week. Tomorrow we meet to get together and, do some work together. Just come. grassrootsofdemocracy@gmail.com and type AYE in the subject line. And somebody here is saying, hit the like button if you can. I'd like to get more subscribers. So grassrootsofdemocracy@gmail.com, just type AYE in the subject line. That is how they vote in Congress. And she just shut up and listen. When you get a reading with me, you're going to get a lot more out of it if you just shut up and listen. I mean, you can say some things, but you want to get the most out of it. So it's best to just go, Thank you so much. Oh, and Tuesdays, we have a meditation to visualize the America that we want to see. AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, and just type 20 in the subject line to join us for our Tuesday meditations, and it's every single week. Yes, I'll play that on Sunday. Shall We Gather at the River? That's a good one. I've played that one before. Church of Spirituality every single Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time live. And please watch my others. So please watch my other Churches of Spirituality, things. Oh, if you only have a couple of questions, it doesn't matter. Because you don't even ask me the questions. The meditation is at 7 on Tuesdays, Eastern Time, p.m. Oh yeah, thank you. I know I should. I'm really not good at just attending to details, that's for sure. Alright, I love you guys. I'm going to do myself a favor and cool off and drink some water. And head home. Namaste. Love you. If you want to just correspond with me, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, if you just want to say hey. Alright? Love you. Be good to yourselves. Laugh a lot. It really helps. Good night. Love you.